good to see you. I think I visited here a few years ago with the True Mother. I think it's around True Father's, after True Father's ascension. And it's maybe around 3.5 years ago. If compared with that time period, today I felt more hope and really warm heart and love from all of you, and then also from all the air and environment. I felt lots of progress from that time. So really happy to see all of you. Actually, my English is not enough to express all I have inside. So, if somebody can help me, no? Somebody can help me. But maybe. Maybe I'm trying to speak in English, but somehow I think this gentleman is better than me. And then I think I have 15 minutes. Maybe we have to sing together, isn't it? Anyway, today is a really happy day. It's a really good celebration day, right? Yes. But somehow, singing later. I would like to introduce True Father's words. I know every day, today, we had enough spiritual food to True Mother's speech and also about True Parents, but I really would like to introduce this one.
Yeah. So I'm going to read.
Please try to feel the heart when True Father is speaking this one to us.
1. Let us believe in and uphold true parents. Know true parents, live together with true parents, achieve oneness of love with the true family, and lead a heavenly life on this earth. Beloved, this is from True Father's words on September 14th, 1997, at the Belvedere Training Center in the U.S.
So I think some of you already heard this.
Beloved brothers and sisters, when you hear about God's will, you most likely think about the purpose of history and the completion of the purpose of creation. God's will is the completion of the purpose of creation. What then is the completion of the purpose of creation? It is the completion of the will, the perfection of the four-position foundation. The perfection of the four-position foundation is the perfection of the true family. What then is the true family? In order to have a true family, there must be the true parents. There must be a true man and a true woman. There must be the true couple, and there must be true children. What should be at the very center? The purpose of the individual must be true parents. The purpose of the man and the woman must be true parents. And the purpose of the babies or the siblings must also be true parents. The order is to become true parents, to bear sons and daughters, and form a family. Number 2, let us attend the conscience as the teacher and engaged in battle. This is from December 10th, 1962, Korea.
Yeah, but the title, it's really aggressive somehow. Maybe lots of you think it's not our time period words, but please consider the time period when True Father spoke about this. It's 1962. It's before I was born also, and then at that time just we started our movement just centered on true parents. So that was a really serious battlefield in spirituality and also in our physical world in Korea. So.
The wishes, circumstances, and heart of God must remain on this earth eternally. If all the countless beliefs on this earth were to disappear today, if everything related to the systems of civilization existing on this earth were to disappear, if all good institutions related to social structures were to completely disappear, and if an individual or all of us were to disappear today, what is it that should remain after everything has disappeared? The hope that God bore as He created the entire cosmos must remain. Hope must remain. The situation where God placed all His hopes in this universe must remain. In order for God's hope and situation to become a united reality, the only heart remaining must be that of God living happily. You must understand that these three major conditions are the only things that must remain. Therefore, you must understand that what needs to remain eternally is the hope of God to realize one united world. Centering on this united world, God wishes to share the depth of His heart with everyone on earth and in heaven. Furthermore, God does not simply wish to share His heart. His grand principle of creation has been to share His love with humanity. Hence, what is it that should remain eternally? Even after we have ascended, what should we leave behind us? Hope. What else should we leave behind us? God's circumstance. What else? God's heart. These three things must remain eternal. When looking at it from this perspective, we must look back and think once more. God, has your hope been realized? No. Can we understand your situation? No. Do you stand in a position where your heart is fulfilled with happiness? No. Now that we understand God, we discover that He is such a person. What is the conscious trying to tell us? What is God trying to tell us? For this body, for all of humanity to realize God's long-awaited hopes. That is everything. So, what will be accomplished when God's wishes are realized? God's situation will be clear to everyone. Then God's heart will be felt by everyone. That is everything.
Isn't it great? That's really wonderful teaching for us. And after read that speech, I had lots of feeling, and I got shocked really, because I didn't know anything about this until I read this. Actually, the second speech, what he read, I knew that last year. It was actually from 1962, but I knew it after more than 50 years later. And then the first one, I read it maybe 2 years ago. So, but he spoke that before the millennium anyway. Long time ago, True Father taught us in this deep message, but I didn't try hard to know about our parents. That's why I couldn't reach that level. I just found it from True Father's speech. 일단은 I will get help from him. He has a beautiful voice. I like it. 제가 여기에 사실은 원모평의 재단, 원모평의 파운데이션 그 장학금 수여식을 하러 왔습니다.
I actually came here to congratulate those students who were chosen for the Yeon Foundation Scholarship.
특별히 참 어머님께서 그러니까 저한테 부탁이라고 해도 되는지 한국식으로는 좀 그런 말을 쓰기도 하는데 참 어머님께서 말씀을 하셨습니다. 전 세계적으로 이 장학금을 받는 학생들을 가능하다면 많이 만나고 그리고 정말 사랑을 전해달라고 부탁을 하셨습니다.
Specifically in Korea we use the word request a lot, but True Mother asked Yeon to
가능하다면
if possible, to meet with everyone who has received the scholarship.
그래서 참 부모님의 사랑을 전해달라.
And to, of course, to share true parents' love.
Unfortunately, 나 개인을 보면은 그 그릇이 너무 작아서 참 부모님의 사랑을 다 못 담아와요.
If I look at myself personally, my bowl is too small to receive all of true parents' love.
그래서 여러분들께 정말 그 사랑에 제가 옆에서 직접 경험한 그 사랑에 정말 일부밖에 못 담아왔지만 나는 여러분들이 이미 아시기 때문에 그 조금으로도 많이 느끼실 수 있을 거라고 생각합니다.
So in my mind, what I'm showing you is just so minuscule to what she has seen of true parents' love. But she understands that many of you have experienced true parents' love directly. So you will understand.
You can feel, isn't it? You can remind the moment with the true parents how much it was wonderful. Yes?
Yes.
Thank you. Maybe some of the second gen 아마 부모님을 직접 만날 기회가 없었을 거예요.
Many of the second generation members might not have had the chance to meet true parents directly.
그런 면에 있어서는 여러분들의 선배님들, 부모님들께 많이 좀 물어보시고 많이 좀 알려고 노력을 해주세요.
In that respect, please try to talk to your seniors who are your parents about that experience.
그렇게 하면은 아마도 여러분들이 훨씬 더 빨리 가깝게 참 부모님에 대해서 마음을 느낄 수 있을 거예요.
In that way, you will more quickly understand true parents, connect with true parents' heart.
네, 일단은 참 어머님께서 참 아버님 성하시고 나서 하신 모든 일의 동기가 어디에 있느냐, 목적이 어디에 있느냐.
After true father's ascension, true mother's focus has been, what is our goal, what is our purpose?
그랬을 때 그 근본은 다 자녀들을 위한 것입니다.
And at the foundation is for our children,
여러분들이요.
for you.
Especially younger one. Yes? Yes. Show your happiness. Really? Only that much? Only you are the younger one? Yes, where is all the younger generation? Not anymore younger? Or some young face I can see, but no reaction. What should I do? But please trust that. Please try to see that from true mother's doing. 왜냐면은 이 원모 장학금도요. 원모 장학금도 사실은 그 시작이 어디에서 왔는지 아시죠?
Because even with the Womo scholarship, do you know where the start was?
그 seed money, 그 돈이 참 아버님 사용하시던 헬리콥터를 팔고 갖게 된 돈으로 시작을 했습니다.
The seed money comes from selling the helicopter that True Father personally used.
Isn't it precious? Think about it. 저는 효진님이 2004년도에 영계에 가셨는데요.
So Hyojin ascended in 2008.
그때 저는 효진님이 사용하시던 물건을 다 정리하는 게 너무 힘들었습니다.
At the time, it was very difficult for me to gather and organize all of his belongings.
어떤 것들은 다 그냥 주거나
Some of the things I gave away,
그러면 정리해서 다 없애거나 해야 되는데
or I organized and removed them.
I should, but I couldn't trust anything. I cannot just remove it. I want to keep it because he's not anymore here with me and with my kids. That was my heart at the time. So everything what he used was so precious for me. and think about it. True father's helicopter. It's not only just his. 그러니까 그냥 개인적인 어떤 재산으로서가 아니라 우리 모두에게 또 의미 있는 그런 자산이죠.
So it's not a mere personal possession, but a treasure for all of us.
If we have it, all humanity, after true parents, they will see that, and then they can just remind the true parents doing also with them through it. 근데 그거를 정리를 하셨을 때 어머님이 어떤 마음을 가지셨을까?
So when she resolved to that decision, what do you think True Mother's heart was?
저는 조금은 이해할 수 있을 것 같아요.
I think I can understand a little bit.
왜냐하면 그런 마음이었을 것 같습니다. 참부모님 이후에 남아지는 자녀들, 여러분들은 다 참부모님의 자녀들이잖아요. 그 자녀들을 위해서 내가 무엇을 해줄 수 있을까?
I can understand a little bit because when true parents ascend, what do I leave behind to my children? I believe is what True Mother's heart is.
그래서 내가 내 자녀들이 더 발전하고 잘되게 하려면 뭐든지 할 수 있다는 그 마음.
So with a heart of wanting my children to do more, to progress more than I have, she would want to invest everything.
참 부모님이 가지고 있는 게 안 중요하죠. 여러분들을 생각하면, 여러분들을 위해서라면.
When true parents think of you, what they possess, they don't think is important.
그렇지 않은가요?
Don't you think so?
You remember that our elders, right? 네, 그런 마음이었다고 저는 느껴요.
I feel that is the heart of true parents.
어머님이 왜 아버님하고 같이 그렇게 섭리적으로 중요한 일을 하신 그 헬리콥터의 가치를 모르겠습니까? 아시죠?
Don't you think True Mother knows the providential value of? Don't you think True Mother knows the value of all the providential work done in that helicopter?
그렇지만 그거보다 여러분이 더 중요하기 때문에 그렇게 결정하고 원모 파운데이션에 투자하셨습니다.
But even more than that, you are more important. That's why she has decided on that, and also with the Homo Foundation.
그리고 참 아버님 성화하셨을 때 전 세계적으로 여러분들이 헌금한 것들 그게 다 원모 평해재단에 다 들어갔습니다.
After True Father's ascension, all the donation went into Homo Foundation.
그리고 지금도 특히 일본에서 참부모님이 일하시는 그 섭리를 돕기 위해서 헌금한 많은 돈들이 원모 평해재단에 들어가고 있습니다.
And especially in Japan, with all the donations coming in for True Parents' work, has been routed to Homo Foundation.
그러니까 원모 평해재단 장학금이 그 개개인한테 주는 베네핏은 그 아주 크진 않을지라도요. 그게 다 여러분들 미래를 생각하는 부모의 마음으로 모아지고 사용되고 있다는 것을 여러분들이 알아주셨으면 좋겠습니다.
So even if the direct funds going to the individual might seem very small, the parental heart going into the investment is very large.
아마도 부모가 되어 보신 분들은 아실 거예요.
For those of you who are parents, I'm sure you understand.
그리고 이제 새롭게 축복을 받고 시작하는 커플들도 알 겁니다.
And I'm sure those of us who are newly blessed will know.
여러분 서로 그 스파우스가 서로에게 얼마나 소중한지 느끼잖아요.
You know now how precious your spouse is to you.
그렇기 때문에 참 어머니께서 정말 소중한 여러분들에게 무언가를 해주고 싶고 베네핏을 주고 싶고 그런 마음이라고 여러분들이 느끼시길 바랍니다.
So I hope you understand what a true mother wishes to likewise give to you.
그리고 여러분 그 제가 소개해드린 그 말씀이요. 저는 그 첫 번째 말씀을 읽으면서 항상 제 자신을 돌아봅니다. 반성합니다.
So especially with the speeches, the first speech that was read to you, especially with that speech, I look back at myself and I reflect.
저는 많은 순간 자기중심적인 생각을 하고 내 자신에 대해서 너무 자만심? 그냥 칭찬해주고 싶을 때가 있어요. 자만심, 교만함이 많이 생기거든요.
So sometimes I have self-centered thoughts, and sometimes I feel very arrogant. I want to take pride in myself.
Yeah, sometimes means maybe more than 90%. He did well, but I didn't explain the point. 그렇기 때문에 그 말씀을 읽을 때마다 내 앞에 중심이 누구냐.
So when I read that vision, I try to think in front of me, who is my center?
그리고 나는 그 중심 앞에 어떤 존재냐.
And in front of that center, what is my existence? Where's my value?
그랬을 때 나는 부모님 앞에, 참부모님 앞에, 부모 앞에 자녀로서 열심히 살아야 되겠다.
And in that perspective, I stand in front of true parents as their children.
그런 마음을 다시 가지게 되고요. 그리고 그 모든 것에 근본이 있기 때문에 아주 올라가는 하늘 부모님이시지만 그 근본 앞에 내가 자녀로서 열심히 정말 감사하면서 살아야 되겠다는 생각을 하게 됩니다.
And so as a result of that, when we ascend and I'm able to stand in front of true parents, I'm able to stand as a child of true parents. So that is the essential foundation.
내 자신의 어떤 그 자녀로서의 그 어떤 역할을 최선을 다해야 되겠다.
So I should do my utmost best to fulfill my position as a child of true parents.
내가 아무리 부모가 돼도 부모 앞에 나는 항상 자녀잖아요.
So even if I become a parent in front of true parents, I'm still a child.
그리고 많은 사랑을 받았고,
and I received a lot of love.
그리고 그 사랑을 나는 더 어린 동생들한테 그리고 내 자녀들한테 줄 거고.
And I will pass on that love to my children and to my younger ones.
And my younger brothers and sisters, maybe young men, even you don't think I'm just your elder sister, maybe more like an aunt or motherly kind of age, but somehow my feeling is like that. So, 그래서 한국말에 내리사랑이라는 말이 있습니다.
In Korea, there's a phrase, 내리사랑.
사랑은 절대로 거꾸로 올라가지 않아요. 밑으로 흘러내려가요.
So love never redirects upstream, but always flows downstream.
Like water. 그렇기 때문에 부모가 자녀한테 주는 사랑은 절대로 자녀가 노력해도 위로 다시 올라가는 게 충분하지 않은 것 같습니다.
So that is why even if as children we try to repay our parents, it will never be enough.
그리고 여러분들 자녀 키워보시는 분들은 아시겠지만 내가 내 자녀한테 쏟는 마음은 자연스럽게 그냥 거기로 가버리잖아요.
And as you know, as a parent, all the love that flows downstream is natural.
그러니까 내가 부모한테 받았던 것도 나는 다 모아갖고 내 사랑까지 모아서 자녀한테 다 주죠.
So all the love that I've collected from my parents, I add my own and transfer to my children.
근데 아마도 나는 하늘 부모님이 우리가 그렇게 살기를 바랬을 것 같아요.
And in my mind, I think a true parent would have wanted us.
Also having parents too, because 내가 사랑한 것보다 더 많이 사랑해주고.
Because even more than I received, I would want to give more.
그리고 내가 직접 만나지 못하는 내 자녀들도 네가 가서 더 많이 사랑해주고.
And even the children I have not met, I would want you to give more to them.
그렇게 해서 우리의 사랑이 하늘 부모님으로부터 참 부모님으로부터 전 세계로 나갈 수 있다고.
And in that respect, the love that a heavenly parent has for true parents can go down to us and from us to the world.
그래도 정말 그렇습니다. 그런 생각을 해요. 참 부모님 옆에서 같이 있으면 참 부모님한테 칭찬 듣고 싶고 정말 하나라도 더 사랑받는다는 그 느낌을 받고 싶어요.
And I really think that when I'm next to true parents, I want to feel loved. I want to feel congratulated. I want to feel praised.
그런 사랑받는 자녀로서의 어떤 그런 것들을 확인하고 싶거든요.
And I want to confirm my position as a child of true parents.
As a children, everybody wants to just to make sure my parents love me, isn't it? Right? That time it's just compared with my siblings. That time I'm feeling like, oh, that one has more than me. Not fair. So my parents doesn't love me, or a little bit love me, kind of feeling I had also. 그래서요 참 부모님을 앞에 놓고는 우리 모두가 다 경쟁자가 돼버리더라고요.
So in front of true parents, we all become competitors.
왜냐하면 부모님 저 한 번 더 봐주세요 이런 마음.
Because our heart is, true parents, look at me once more.
그렇죠?
Isn't that so?
네. 그냥 이렇게 꿀밤 같죠? 이렇게 이거라도 한 번만 이렇게
So even
적어봤죠.
a little scolding we would want.
네. 그렇지만 나중에 그런 내 자신을 보면서 다시 반성을 했습니다.
And I reflect on myself in that respect. I get to.
네, 참 부모님으로부터 하늘 부모님으로부터 사랑받으면 사탄으로부터 사랑받는 것보다 훨씬 정말 말도 안 되게 좋죠.
And if I'm able to receive love in that respect, I would be able to rejoice a lot more than receiving love from.
그러니까 참 부모님이 날 사랑한다고 생각하면 항상 우리는 그 가치를 가장 최고에 놓거든요.
When I think about true parents loving me, we put that on the highest pedestal.
나는 항상 그랬습니다.
I've always thought that way.
근데 지금 생각해 보니까 그럼 내 마음에서 내가 가지고 있는 사랑은 가치가 참 부모님이 우리에게 주시는 사랑보다 못한 걸까? 퀘스천을 가졌어요.
So I question myself: is the love that I have not as worthy as the love true parents had for me?
어떻게 생각하세요?
What do you think?
조금 못한 2등급 사랑인가요?
Isn't it an inferior, second-rated love?
아니겠죠.
I don't think so.
그 사랑의 가치는 항상 같죠.
The value of love is always equal
왜냐하면 다 하늘 부모님으로부터 오시니까.
because it all stems from true parents,
네,
heavenly
근데
parents.
제가 그런 것들을 제가 더 미성숙했을 때,
In that respect, when I was less mature,
그랬을 때는 깨닫지 못했습니다.
I couldn't realize that.
근데 지금은 느껴요.
But now I realize this.
네, 참 부모님과 직접적으로 이런 어떤 사랑 관계에 있으면 정말 행복하지만 그러나 그 사랑의 가치는 내가 주는 사랑이든 부모님이 주시는 사랑이든 그럼 내 옆에 있는 친구가 주는 사랑이든 누가 주는 사랑이든 그 가치는 똑같구나.
So even when I receive love directly from true mother, I feel that the love that we give to those around us, they're all equal.
그래서 여러분들 많이 사랑하세요.
So please, everyone, love a lot.
When you love near you or the others, that time you are exactly the same as your parents. When they are loving you, and then it's equal. It's the same value of love, same feeling of love. Please remember that. So that's why even true mother cannot come here, but please try to feel what I have today, literally from her. But try to feel that value in your heart. And please add up your own love from your heart and then give more. But all just 그 모든 게 다 하나의 사랑으로 다 통해 있으니까.
We are all connected through that thing called love.
오늘 여러분들 보니까요 정말 정말 사랑이 가득한 공동체구나라는 생각을 합니다.
So when I see all of you, I feel like this is a love-filled community.
근데 그 사랑을 우리만 서로 행복하게 살지 말고 어머니께서 계속 다 전하라고 하시잖아요.
So true mother tells us not to be selfish about it, but also to spread it all around us.
그죠?
Isn't that so?
그러니까 그거 기억하시고요.
Please remember that.
그리고 정말 어머님께서 어떤 일들을 하시든 간에 그게 다 여러분들을 위해서 참 어머님이 영계 가시고 나서 이후에 남아지는 여러분들을 위해서 하나하나 준비하시는 거라는 것을 기억을 해주세요.
So please remember that in all the endeavors that true mother starts, it is for you. When she eventually ascends, it remains for all of us.
그게 제가 지난 3년 반 동안 참 어머님 하시는 일을 보면서 느낀 마음입니다.
So that is what I've concluded after being with true mother for the last 3.5 years.
정말 많은 일들을 하셨는데 아까 참부모경도 읽었잖아요.
So there were a lot of things we just read from the Chambumogyong.
그런 것들도 왜 그렇게 하셨나요?
So even with the Chambumogyong, why did it come out that way?
그랬을 때 생각해보세요. 저는 한국말을 하니까 아버님 가서 다 찾아다가 읽지만 한국말 못하는 전 세계에 있는 친구들은 모르잖아요.
So, as a Korean-speaking person, I can look up True Father's words, but for all of you, it's very difficult.
그러면 참 부모님이 어떤 일을 하셨는지, 참 부모님이 얼마나 우리를 사랑하셨는지, 하늘 부모님을 사랑하셨는지 알 수 있는 방법이 없어요.
So we had no way of knowing what true parents have done, how much true parents have loved us, and how much they love their children.
Heavenly parents. 그거를 알 수 있는 길이 저는 이런 천성병, 평화병, 참부모병에 있다고 생각해요.
So I think the way we can know that is through the 참부모경, 평화경, 천성경.
그렇지만 I know that's not enough. That's just really basic textbook. As 그 참부모님의 자녀로서 정말 알아야 되는 기초적인 것만 있어요.
So it only contains the most basic that we should know as children of true parents.
영계 가기 전에 적어도 알아야 되는 것들.
The very minimum we should know before we ascend.
그것도 모르면 어떡하겠습니까? 하늘 부모님 앞에 가서도 우리가 부끄러울 것 같아요.
So what will happen if we are not even able to do that much? We will feel very embarrassed in front of Heavenly Parent.
죄송하지만 아버님께서 우리한테 맨날 한국말 배우라고 미안해요. 미국에 살면서 한국말 배우는 거 쉽지 않은데.
And I'm sorry to say, but True Father has told us countless times to learn Korean.
I know it's not easy to learn, foreign language, just living in your own nation. But somehow, why True Father mentioned about it, it's not about just some spirituality of language. It's not about learning Korean. It's learning about true parents' heart for you. Heavenly parents' history, circumstances, and hope and heart. Everything is there. But if you don't know the language, you cannot access to them. That's the thing. You have no way to know about your parents. 그래서 배우라고 하신 것 같아요.
That is why I think true parents have told us to learn Korean.
언제 그 몇백 번, 거의 1000권 되는 그 책을 다 보겠습니까?
When can we read all the hundreds and thousands of books that have been prepared for us?
Even myself, I couldn't finish them at once. Really few of them I read it. And now I'm more than 40 years old, actually 43 years old. So how long take time to finish that reading? At least once. I'm not sure. That's why True Mother made it basic, just a textbook, I think. Otherwise, how does everybody can know about Heavenly Parents first and know about True Parents' heart? You don't need to learn it. You don't need to know about True Parents and Heavenly Parents. Are you happy with just your spouses and then also a spouse and also your children and just family members? If you are happy, we don't need any just parental figure or heavenly parents or true parents or Jesus Christ anyway, isn't it? That's why. 그래서 정말 이제 영어로 계속 번역을 하고 있으니까요. 여러분들이 그 세 가지를 다 볼 수 있는 때가 곧 옵니다.
So that is why we're translating English continuously. There'll be a time when all of us will be able to read the 3 books.
그랬을 때 여러분들은 그 스크립처를 보면서 이게 everything이니까 이것만 읽으면 된다고 생각하면 안 돼요.
So please refrain from thinking that just because I read those 3 books, I'm done with all my reading.
Don't think in that way. It's not. 이거는 진짜 초등학교 수준의 정말 베이직한 내용이 있다고 저는 생각합니다.
So figuratively, I think this is almost at the elementary level.
Elementary school student라면 누구든지 알아야 되는 내용.
All the subjects that you should know as an elementary school children, something that everyone should basically know.
그리고 그 next level은 여러분들이 열심히 노력해서 또 찾아서 읽어야 됩니다.
And in the next step, you have to search yourself and learn for yourself.
그래야지 우리의 부모에 대해서 알죠.
Only through that way can we learn about our parents.
네, 저는 참 어머님 옆에서 3년 반 동안 자주 뵀지만 한국말을 하지만 같은 문화를 알고 있지만 어머님에 대해서도 잘 몰랐어요.
So I've been next to True Mother for 3.5 years, and even though I speak the same language, even if I share the same culture, I still have a hard time.
To know about her, to feel her in her deep heart. 그래서 오히려 아버님 말씀을 저렇게 읽으면서 많이 좀 알아가고 있습니다.
So that is why I'm learning a lot more through reading True Parents' words.
아마 여러분들 훈독하시는 분들은 아실 거예요.
For those of you who do homework, I'm sure you know.
그러니까는 언어를 안다고 해서 부모를 알 수 있지 않습니다.
So because you know language does not mean you know your parents. Right? Oh, Korean. Just because you know Korean doesn't mean you know true parents.
저는 한국말 알아도 부모님에 대해서 잘 모르니까요.
Even if I know Korean, I still don't understand true parents' heart.
그렇지만 만약에 여러분들이 한국말 잘 몰라도 열심히 있는 잉글리시 머티리얼로 부모님에 대해서 공부하시고 훈독하시면 느낄 수 있습니다.
So even if you don't know English, if you read the text, even if you don't know Korean, if you read the textbook in your respective language, I'm sure you'll learn more about true parents.
You can feel it. 그리고 그렇게 알아가는 데 있어서 세 가지 키 포인트가 아까 훈독에서 나왔던
And in that respect, there are 3 key points that came out in the reading.
하나님의 소망, 사정, 심정.
God's hope,
God's circumstances and or history, and also God's heart. That 3 points, not only about God, it's about true parents. That's what I realized. When I start to read about true parents teaching, even divine principle, if I just focus on those 3 points, what is it? How can I feel and know about it in divine principle and also true father's speech and true mother's speech? When I just concern about it, it's totally different world for me. Lots of emotion, lots of feeling come to me. 그래서 정말 이 말씀을 하실 때 우리 아버님께서 원하셨던 소망하는 바가 뭔지.
So when we read, we should try to think about what is it that our true parents have wanted, hoped.
At the moment when true father spoke about that conference at the year, and then what's their circumstances, and then with what kind of a heart true father spoke that to whom and also to us. When I think about it, I don't read anymore about just only just the knowledge about God's practice. I'm trying to, also I'm starting to read and feel about those 3 points through that context. I really ask you just to try to focus on that 3. If you can reach that, you can feel, you can know about your parents, even you don't know about Korean. But if you cannot reach that point, all the time divine principle is knowledge was knowledge for me, and the true father's speech was knowledge for me also. What happened? What's the fact? What's the definition of the word? That's all. Who did wrong? Who did well? And then how is it, become successful? But what does it mean for me? If I don't feel, I don't know about our parents. That's my conclusion about that. That's why I try to introduce you about the passage, and I hope you can practice about it in that way. Then when you just see True Mother's speech on video, you can feel more. Even you can't understand her Korean language, but you can feel her heart and love with her voice, even with her face expression. But somehow, unfortunately, her official speech her face is really some 그냥 조금 너무 공식적이라서 자연스러운 표정이 안 나타나요.
So unfortunately, her facial expressions are too formal, and so it doesn't seem natural.
그리고 여러분들도 비디오에서 제가 잠깐 얘기하는 거 봤잖아요, 그죠?
And you saw a little portion of when I was speaking in the video.
영어로 얘기하니까 막 생각을 하느라고요. 표정이 막 딱딱해서.
So because I was trying to think of what to say in English, I can't focus on my expression.
그러니까 정말 나의 아름다운 웃음을 보여드릴 수가 없었습니다.
I couldn't show my beautiful laughter to you.
Isn't it? 그래서 저는 훨씬 더 off the stage, I'm really enjoyable person with anybody. Really, believe it or not. But somehow on stage, all the time, lots of thinking and concern and nervousness and yes. That's why even though on video, you can see only just part of really part of small part of true mother's being, but somehow even in that video internet, you can find some hidden love. And if it's possible, please try to make a plan and do your own best and visit Korea and then try to see her directly. That's much better. That's much better. 그래서 여러분 어머님에 대해서 많은 거를 미안합니다. Already I used 40 minutes. I'm so sorry. 어머님에 대해서 제가 많은 것들을 설명하기에는 시간이 너무 모자라요.
So regarding true mother, I can't explain a lot in this limited time.
근데 제가 행복할 때, 제가 웃을 때 여러분들이 저한테서 받는 느낌보다 훨씬 더 참 어머님은 따뜻한 느낌을 가지고 있어요, 정말.
So even more so than what you receive from my smiles and my facial expressions, true mother has a grander scale.
그러니까 여러분 그냥 상상해 보세요.
So just try to imagine.
만약에 여러분들이 사랑하는 사람들로부터 얻는 그 기쁨이라면 그거보다 훨씬 더 큰 기쁨이 느껴질 수 있습니다.
So you can feel a happiness greater than that of the happiness you receive from someone you love.
근데 참 어머님의 사랑은 그거 이상.
And true mother's love is beyond that.
That's what I can describe about her. So at the end, my conclusion is like that. I mean about her. She's not leader. She's not manager. She's not a CEO. She's just our mother. Really our mother. Really your mother. Really. Somebody near you, that kind of feeling I have all the time with her. So you have to try to feel that. So 만약에 어머님이 부족한 게 있을 수도 있어요. 사람이니까.
So if you find true mother lacking because she's human,
그렇지만 여러분이 보충해주면 되잖아요.
but you can supplement that
우리는 다 다르니까.
because we're all different.
Yeah, we are all individual truth body. So we cannot be same. 그렇지만 어머님한테서 여러분들이 진짜 볼 수 있는 거는 그 마음. 엄마의 마음, 부모의 마음.
But what you can see from true mother is mother's heart, true parent's heart.
That love. That's not enough just to speak in that language, that vocabulary. It's love. You have to feel it. And then she's doing anything what she can do for you because she loves you and she cares you. Even she just considers seriously about after her ascension, what she can just give you. And then how she can just help you with that asset, with that foundation she's preparing now. That's the thing. So I hope true mother can be with us long time. But somehow she should go to spiritual world. That's the principle. You cannot change it. Then that's why she's doing lots of work, even though we, doesn't matter whether we can just understand it or not. But she's doing it for next generation, not for her own generation. Someday, when she is not be with us, we can see, we can realize it. But it's too late. Because when I just reminded him also, after his ascension, I just remind what I didn't do well for him. I couldn't remind anything, just what I did well for him. I just found, oh, I didn't do this for him. I should do this for him. Kind of just a regret. That's what I have. So please feel how much we are in precious time period with the True Mother. Already we experienced it. After True Father's ascension, we cannot feel and see him anymore. Lots of you just miss him, love him, I know, want to see him, want to feel him in physical world. But not anymore, no more. Think about it, maybe several decades later, we have no chance to see true parents, even one of them. We have no chance anymore. That's all. That golden age, the gate of golden age will be closed completely. So please feel how much we are in precious time period. And then please feel just near you and with you how many, 얼마나 정말 소중한 사람들이 같이 있는지.
How precious people around you are.
Don't ignore them. I already regret it because I ignored the moment. In that way, with True Mother, she cannot visit you directly within her physical physical being. But 그렇지만 어머님이 부족해도 나를 통해서 또는 다른 사람들을 통해서 계속해서 여러분들을 생각하고 있다는 것을 기억해 주세요.
But even if she finds it lacking, she thinks of you through me. Please remember that.
정말 매일같이 참 어머님이 하시는 일은 눈 뜨면은 먼저 전 세계에 있는 여러분들, 전 세계에 있는 축복가정 자녀들이 어떻게 살고 있는지 들으시는 게 어머님의 시작이에요.
Really, the moment True Mother wakes up and opens up her eyes, she listens to the stage of all of you, our blessed families, and how they're doing.
전 세계 모든 대륙으로부터의 소식을 들으면 시간이 모자라죠.
And hearing from all of the continents, time feels limited.
근데 어머님은 항상 혼자 계신 것보다 여러분들과 함께 이야기를 들으면서 같이 그렇게 릴레이션십 가지고 계실 때 가장 행복해 보이셨어요.
But more than being alone, she seems more happy when she's with you and hearing about what you are doing.
그렇지만 이런 물리적인 거리 때문에 직접 못 만나잖아요.
But because of the physical distance, we cannot meet.
그러나 항상 어머님 마음속에는 여기 브리스포트에 있는 여러분, 또는 미국에 있는 여러분, 그럼 저 아프리카에 있는 여러분들 다 어떻게 지내고 있는지 생각하고 사랑한다는 거. 그게 제가 어머님의 일상생활에서 보는 어떤 그런 모습입니다.
But in her heart, she thinks about all the families here in Bridgeport, in America, and in Africa. That is what I've seen in my daily routines with True Mother.
그게 엄마거든요.
As a mother.
Parents never forget their own children, even though they didn't meet them, the children for a long time, more than 10 years or 20 years. Isn't it? Can you do that? Can you forget about them? No, it's not possible. That's the love. That's the relationship between parents and children. So that's why she remembers all her just moment with you all around the world. She traveled a lot because of speech tour. Then every moment she remind and she remember, oh, the person where I met that one and what happened, what kind of a family situation that one has, those kind of things in detail. She remember really. So I was really surprised over her memorization. I just saw that as just a function of brain in the beginning, but it's not. It's her love and heart and concern about her children. That's why she will not forget. She will not forget you. She can't. That's what I just feel as a mother of 5 children also, through my experience. When I became a mother in the beginning, when I see the newborn baby, I cannot feel any difference before delivery or after delivery. So I was disappointed. But while I'm raising my kids, I felt I'm also growing up too as a parent. And then now my children, 3 of them are teenagers, and then the 4th one will be soon, and then the youngest one is now 9 years old in American age. Then when I see them, they are different. Some of them are great in certain kind of moment, also not great, also another moment. And then some of them are really making a big mistake, and then just cannot just take responsibility about it by his or her own, and I have to clean up the mess anyway. But what I'm just feeling about that, I'm really concerned about the kid's future without me. Now I can help that kid, but after me, what will happen to the kids? So I'm trying to looking for someone who can just help that kid instead of me. I mean, long time later, but after me. And then I'm trying to think about how can I help you to be better? How can I make you better? Greater than me, at least. How can you be just responsible about what you've done? How can you overcome this kind of difficulties in the kids? How? That's my concern. It's not about just the scolding. If that's not my kids, maybe I will judge the person, and then maybe 아마 쫓아내겠죠?
And remove that.
But I can't. Yeah, I can't because that one is my kid, my beloved kid. With that experience, I can see true mother's heart too. She has exactly the same heart as a mother, as a parent, for all of us. That's why whenever my kids are talking about not fair, you are not fair. My sibling did the wrong thing and the worst thing. Why am I just to be together and then be scolded or just kind of thing? Why you just to show your bad mood because of that one to me? Kind of not fair kind of complaint all the time. But doesn't matter for me how much you are great or not. Still, you are my beloved children. I mean, child. Everybody as you are, that's precious and really, really important for me, more than myself. So for your better progress, I will do anything. I will prepare anything for your future. That's my heart for my kids. So if you consider that, I think mothers doing is the same. Please see mothers doing with the parental heart, the love. I can do anything for you to prepare your better future. Maybe you can feel now it's not fair, but you will see after my ascension what I've done for you, and then I will leave it for you. I will not take anything with me. That's what I learned about true love. That's what I learned from true mother. So, live for the sake of others. Actually, it's hard and it's easy. Become a parent. much for others. When you treat others as your kids, you can love really, really. That's why so thankful. I can be I can get blessing from true parents. I can be a mother of 5 kids, and then also I'm learning continuously from true mother, also before from true father. And then still I'm from true father. I'm learning from true father what he left for us. Several hundreds, I think the true father mentioned is more than thousands of his speeches in me. I can blast it. So, believe or not, you are children of true parents and heavenly parents. Try to run away, but you cannot change that fact. That's the truth. That's what I feel. That's what I feel. Doesn't matter, all of you cannot just maybe be on this track, but I will be the one on this track because I witnessed the true parents' life and their heart and their love. So I cannot believe this way. And then I hope everybody, as a brothers and sisters, please, let's be together. Let's help each other. Why not? Actually, as a mother of 5 kids, what I want to see is it's just, anybody can be better, a responsible sibling can just help, something is not enough than that one. Just help each other, love each other, be united. That's what I want to see actually. And that's what true mother also wants to see. That's why you even just, she knows we are not united yet. We have lots of different ideas and opinions. We complain a lot. Also, we love her a lot. But somehow also we have certain kind of division, unfortunately. But doesn't matter. Why she doesn't mention about that, really? Because she wants to see everybody together at the end. That's why she doesn't want to mention. If she started talking about somebody did wrong, it will be judgment. That time what happened to them? Child. That's my parents' love. So she's waiting for the moment everybody can be together. And then she's preparing that environment and the foundation. We cannot think it's kind of an environment and foundation yet, but we will see in the future. So that's my feeling and my experience with her. I know it's not enough. I didn't describe anything about her habitual daily schedule and things, but what I can speak to you, just to remember, try to feel the love, the word of a heart. You can see, you can feel when you just try to learn about true parents and heavenly parents. But even you are learning, you should start on true parents because heavenly parents is invisible. We cannot reach directly. True parents is the only way, bridge to lead us to heavenly parents, isn't it? Try to find other way. You cannot find it. Try to celebrate newly, married couple, but actually, I seem to make it really too tired. But I'm so sorry about it, and thank you very much. Congratulations for the conference, new ministers, and also for everybody. It's True Mother sang this song. That's what I heard when she got blessing with the True Father in 1960. It's a Korean classical song. The song title is The Young Lady of Spring. Yeah, so I want to offer that song. But I know I'm not a good singer, but I will try to